Okay, boys and girls, welcome to Math Topic 3-6. Today's is going to be probably the most difficult one we've had yet, and it's probably going to be one of the longest ones that we've had. And here's the thing, we're not really doing any new math. It's still going to be the math we've been practicing this whole topic, adding two-digit numbers within 100. The problem is that now instead of just numbers, we've got a story around the math. We're doing word problems, and some of these are going to they're going to be a little confusing. We just have to go slowly and read them piece by piece and use all of the tools that we've been working with, and you'll be able to figure them out. I know it. So today we're going to talk about how we can use drawings and equations to solve one-step and two-step problems. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at this problem, and we're going to underline the important information. The red team has 15 more points than the blue team. Okay, then the blue team has 36 points. How many points does the red team have? I should circle that, but I don't want to mark up the board too much here. Choose any strategy, solve, explain your work. Okay. Well, we know that the blue team has 36 points. We know it for two reasons. We underlined it in the passage here in the paragraph, and we have a picture. Okay. We also know that the red team has 15 more points. Well, 15 more is the same as saying plus 15. Now, we can figure this out, and we have a couple of strategies for doing it. We might want to use our new friend compensation and say 36 plus 4 is 40. Okay, and we can figure that out using our number line or our 100 chart. And if we added 4 there, we're going to subtract 4 over here. 15 minus 4 is 11. And then we can do 40 plus 11. The other thing that we can do is go down to our number line, our open number line, and have 36 and jump 10 to 46 and then jump 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 51. Now, why did I do 10 here and 5 here? Well, 10 plus 5 is 15, which is what we're adding. Now, no matter what we do, we'll still get 51. Okay, we just have to go very slowly, and some of these word problems can get very long. Let's take a look at another example here.
How can you solve one-step and two-step problems? Matt sold 17 tickets. Jen sold 8 fewer tickets than Matt. Amy sold 3 more tickets than Jen. How many tickets did each person sell? What is the hidden question that you need to solve first? Why do you need to find the answer to the hidden question first? You need to find how many tickets Jen sold. You must find this information first because you need it to find how many tickets Amy sold. You know that Matt sold 17 tickets. You also know that Jen sold 8 fewer tickets than Matt sold. How can you use this information to find how many tickets Jen sold?
Oh, we have lots of options here, right? We can use an open number line. We can even use a bar diagram, which is what that looks like. So maybe we can use fact families if we know them and our near doubles facts.
Subtract to find the answer. 17 minus 8 is equal to 9. Jen sold 9 tickets.
Nice work!
Now find how many tickets Amy sold. You know that Jen sold 9 tickets, and Amy sold 3 more tickets than Jen sold. Which operation can you use to find how many tickets Amy sold?
Select your answer.
Add to find the answer. 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. Amy sold 12 tickets. Always check to make sure your answer makes sense. Does it make sense that Jen sold 9 tickets? Does it make sense that Amy sold 12 tickets? Why or why not? Yes, the answers make sense. Jen sold 8 fewer tickets than Matt, and Matt sold 17 tickets. Amy sold 3 more tickets than Jen, and Jen sold 9 tickets. Now you know how to solve one-step and two-step problems.
Okay, it's a little confusing, right? Well, let's look at page 114 in your book. And you can pause here if you need time to find it. Now, the guided practice says here, solve the two-step problem, show your work. Okay, well, let me read this to you. Steve read 15 books. Sam read 9 fewer books than Steve. Dixon read 8 more books than Sam. That's the story, boys and girls. Now, here's what they want us to answer. It says here, how many books did Sam read? How many books did Dixon read? Okay, no problem. Steve read 15 books. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. The reason I'm going to put it there is if we read the story, we'll see that that's the biggest number. Then it says, Sam read 9 fewer books than Steve. Well, 9 fewer is the same as saying minus 9. So we've got a bar diagram here. Okay, we've got our 9. So now what we want to know is how many books Sam read. Okay, that's what it's asking us in these two areas. Well, we've got the big number and we've got one of its parts. So all we have to do is subtract 15 minus 9. If you don't know it, pause it now and figure it out. 15 minus 9 is 6. Sam read 6 books. And you notice we have to put it in all 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first half of the problem is finished. Let's go back to the story. Dixon read 8 more books than Sam. Okay, well, 8 more. Dixon read 8 more. That's plus 8. And we have a 6 here because that's how many books Sam read. So 6 plus 8, we've got the 2 parts. Now we just need to figure out the whole, the sum. Well, 6 plus 8 equals, and if you don't know, pause until you figure it out, equals 14. And we're going to write it here. We're going to write it here by the equation, and we're going to put it down here in the sentence. That's a lot of steps. It says here it's a 2-step problem. It feels like it's a lot more than that. So boys and girls, one problem should take you a little bit longer to figure out than a regular one. It might even take you a lot longer. Slow it down and break the pieces up. So try pages 115 and 116. Now, there are some very difficult ones here, but the idea is always the same. We just have some pretty easy math, but there's a story around it, and there's some missing information. Go slowly, use scratch paper if you need it, and you'll be okay. And this one we will go over later together. So make sure in your book, in your textbook, you complete pages 114 and 116. And go to the Envisions website and make sure you only do the quick check and the interactive practice buddy. Okay, not the additional practice or anything else that might pop up. Just these things. Okay? And that's it for today, boys and girls. Oh, this is going to use a lot of brain power to do all of this math. So good luck, work hard, and I promise everything's going to be okay. The end.